Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
It's a pretty big Can-Am ride day today. Where are we riding today, Bob?
I'm showing you the map here because we had to tear out the map out of the book.
Okay, hold up.
This is part 2, day 2.
In our part 1 video, we left our Spearfish City campground and we drove the Iron Mountain Road near Custard State Park and took you all to Mount Rushmore. If you haven't seen that video is linked below. So this is the continuation of that trip on that day.
Yep.
So before we get on with the video, Bob's got a little message for you guys.
We would like anybody that watches our videos, if they could, give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. It's an incredible ride, so we definitely would enjoy a thumbs up, and that's why we're trying to promote the thumbs up early on into the videos.
Why is it important to have a thumbs up?
Well, YouTube likes the thumbs ups, so I guess we like the thumbs up too, because it tells us that people enjoy our content, and that's what we're trying to do, is create content for everybody that watches our videos. Whether you subscribe, we'd love you to subscribe to our channel, but if you're just watching the video, you can at least give us a thumbs up. It costs you nothing, and it gives us a little extra in the logarithms of YouTube world. We're about ready to take you on one of the prettiest rides that we've ever been on. Needles Highway is absolutely gorgeous.
So back to the video. So I was super excited about seeing Crazy Horse.
Yep.
It was something I thought that would be cool. We were just so moved by seeing Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
And this is about 30 minutes away from Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
And it is neat to see, but I think we expected a lot more.
Yeah, I think we were a little disappointed by the monument. Not the monument itself, but just the actions of the politics of the monument. It just seems like it's in a slow phase of getting completed, and they talk inside the theater about the monument being held up and that it may not be finished in our lifetime or our kids' lifetime. So, and it's a huge undertaking. I mean, you can see Crazy Horse's head only, and when you see the full scale of the monument, it's going to be monstrous. But it just seems like there's just not a lot getting done there.
So we're here at the Crazy Horse Museum. It is $7 a person on a motorcycle. I think it was $10 a person in cars. So I know the money's probably going to finish the monument. The tickets do get you into all the museums, and we're going to take them into the walk-up center, and we'll see. We're mostly here to see Crazy Horse, and I think this is as close you can get to it here unless you're on a guided tour. I mean, at Mount Rushmore, yeah, there's that touristy side to it, but I think the history and the power and seeing the presidents was very powerful, at least for us.
Yeah.
And then with Crazy Horse, you have the history, the powerful of what the monument is going to be, but it's definitely very touristy.
We didn't take the ride down to the monument, but I think because I don't think
extra, yeah,
I don't think it would have showed much more than what you saw from the observation area. But it does have an extensive Indian museum inside that was just incredible to see, and we had really enjoyed it a lot. And we spent probably an hour or hour and a half there.
And I'm sure Indian writers probably knew that that was Crazy Horse on there. I did not know that. I didn't learn a lot about the Indian motorcycle until I started watching the Pickers. That headdress is beautiful. And the movie is on the project that is going on to get Crazy Horse done. And right now, as you can see, they've had his head, but they will be working on creating the rest of his body and also the horse. Yeah, I mean, you learn about Crazy Horse's life and his death And it learns about how his tribe lived. You learn about the Indian Crazy Horse motorcycle. And then it just gives you various facts and shares all kinds of stuff with you. So it is very interesting.
There is a very nice movie that you get to see while you're there. Yep. And it does talk about how the whole monument got started.
Yeah, the guy who started it was the guy who had worked extensively on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And we knew that going there, so we were excited about that because his work was crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
Crazy horse, but...
Yeah, and his death, and then his family took over.
I mean, it started with the sculpture, and he loved this woman that he had worked with on and off, so they got married, and they did this project together. And I mean, and they worked day and night, tirelessly, with their children, and then they started opening it up while they were building it to be able to raise funds because they accepted no money from the national government at all.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be simply paid for by the people for the people.
Yeah.
And when he died, the kids continued on, but actually I think it's the grandkids now. They said that it might never be done in our lifetime. It might not be done for 100 years.
Yeah. I think it turned into politics, possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
It's in the gears of politics are moved slow, so.
That made us a little bit sad for what the purpose of what he really wanted it to be, which was a tribute and an honor. But now we're going on to something even a little bit more exciting. So you better hold on to the seat of your pants because you're going for a ride.
Yes, you are.
The road name comes from the needle-like granite formations that seem to pierce from the horizon along the highway. The roadway was carefully planned by former South Dakota Governor Peter Norvack, who marked the entire course on foot and by horseback. It was completed in 1922. Bob, is Needles Highway scary to drive?
No, I would not think so. I mean, incredible, yes, but scary, no. I mean, it's very easy to navigate. Of course, we were on a motorcycle. It was very easy to navigate. And the formations are just incredible. We've said in a lot of our videos, the camera just don't do it justice. It's definitely a bucket list, even if you're in a four-wheel or cruising along. It's just gorgeous. A lot of pull-outs, a lot of places to stop and admire the road itself, and then all the rock formations are just breathtaking.
And once again, I'm going to have to reference a Star Trek here, because that's what it felt like. You were in another dimension, another time. Oh, maybe that was the Outer Limits. But regardless, being there, it's like being on another planet.
Yeah, it is definitely neat.
I mean, most of the ride going in, it's wooded, or open fields, and then you get to actual Needles part of it, and driving through there is tight.
Yeah, going through the first tunnel, it's like, woo, we gonna fit on the Spyder?
Yeah, and we're little.
Yeah, it's very tight, and the second tunnel's a little wider, but you start out with all the formations, and it slowly goes into more of a pine, cedar trees, and more open land rolling, and you still see some formations, but it gets less as you go along. But it is definitely a bucket list ride for sure.
Oh God, you scared me.
It's tight.
Yep. Hell yeah. It's 37.89 miles long.
Yep.
It's definitely great picture opportunities. You can bicycle it as well. You can also walk it, which there's a lot of people we saw doing that as well. And as a reminder, the tunnels are one way again.
So we're just trying to show the entire routes for people that are wanting to see the route itself.
And once again, the road was built to enjoy the beauty of the Black Hills.
Yep.
Man, I'm crystal up there.
You know.
Every turn, it's like one of those roads where it's a picturesque moment for us.
And once again, this is another highway they said could never be built, would never happen.
Yep. Man-made ingenuity or whatever.
Yep. Now, if you stay with us and go through the entire ride, you're going to have a little special preview of something we came across at the end when we were just a little bit in Custer State Park before we headed back.
Yeah.
The park is home to over 1,500 bison, as well as pronghorn, antelopes, elk, and bighorn sheep, mountain goats, and wild burros. But the only animal that decided to show itself to us was the bighorn sheep.
Yeah, we didn't see any bison on this trip.
No bison poop today.
But we might not have been looking too hard because that was before our trip to Yellowstone, where we saw thousands of bison.
Yeah, we're actually going backwards in time. We wanted to bring you Yellowstone because we felt it was relevant. So now we're in South Dakota. So we hope that you liked this video and have already given it a thumbs up.
Yeah, we want those thumbs up. For like we said at the very beginning of the video, give us the thumbs up. It doesn't cost anything and it helps us out as a channel.
So we want you to comment below, tell us what you think about the video, and tell us what you think about our new opening if you haven't seen that already before. And part 1 of this 2-part video series is listed below.
Yeah.
We want you to smash up that notification bell because you never know where we're going to be. Well, we know where we're going to be, but you don't always know where we're going to be.
Yeah.
So you have to remember that we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our incredible world.
Bye!